Welcome to the Beverley Puppet Festival. Enjoy yourselves.
The first Beverley Puppet Festival was in 2005. The festival has gone from 6 companies to 11 to 17. This year that makes 16 ticketed theatre shows, 23 outdoor performances, 2 festival parties and 4 free workshops and a showcase.
Big growl and stomp your feet. Got a growl. They were quite glad to be their normal size again.
This is really, really special because there's nothing for families and nothing for young people to really get their teeth into very often in this town. Beverley becomes centre of the universe for a weekend with high quality, diverse puppetry acts. We really do have something for everybody.
Well, I think it's a marvellous opportunity. You don't see this kind of thing every day. You need to make the most of it, that's what I say.
This year we went into 3 schools. The children produced their own show, which was performed today.
Look at that caterpillar. Shall we follow it? Yes, let's follow it.
Kids love drama and they love visual stuff.
Some salami. A lollipop.
It's quite hard to get the kids to focus, to make the puppet come alive rather than them and put their ego into something else. You know, that's the magic when they see the thing that they're working with come alive.
He could bake.
And then it was followed by the procession. The children were really thrilled. They were so excited when they arrived here today.
Everyone smiles, don't they, out on the parade. All the local people like kids and colour. Everybody loved it, you know. It's nice to be patted on the head by a sea monster, isn't it?
Well, the show tonight is based on Chaucer's finest old work, of course, the Canterbury Tales. We've picked some of the best, some of the shortest, and some of the rudest, it would be fair to say. Now, old John the Carpenter, he was a shrewd old thing, oh yes. For he'd married a much younger filly, a beautiful damsel, in fact, called Alice.
Sometimes you get a very expressive puppet, like this character here who plays the sickly man, Thomas. But then in other ones, you have the 2 young lovers, Nicholas and Alison, who are simply a couple of pieces of table furniture. Some characters are made out of loaves of bread, hocks of ham, pies. I've also got a couple of what might be considered more traditional looking puppets, which are designed to look like busts or replicas of the saints.
I like sponge because it's I get it cheap from a Hull upholsterers, and I like carving it up with meat cutters. So, and it's nice and flexible and light, and it's easy to decorate. So I carved a lot of heads, and the kids used a process for painting them. But I was really pleased with the seals because that was a new design. I had a long piece of sheet sponge and couldn't work out how to make them, but I'm really pleased with how they moved.
What do people like about puppets? I don't know. What do people like about puppets? Well, I guess they like something that's not altogether human.
This is the sun that was used. I shall feel a lot happier. There's something about seeing something dead come alive. I mean, this isn't a good example, but I often just bring things like sieves and junk or umbrellas. For instance, the crane was made out of an umbrella. So people think, you know, it's something magic when you see something you see every day come alive.
I think when it's really working well, you feel that you're really sharing something with the audience. And I think there's an element of the puppeteer that isn't, oh, look at me, aren't I fantastic? There's much more of an element of, oh, look at them, aren't they wonderful? And you kind of, in a strange sort of way, take a background role I think, more as a kind of a guardian or an assistant to the puppets themselves. And you really get a buzz out of it when the audience connect with those puppets and when they treat them and they regard them as being real or being human or whatever they may be, but they empathise with those characters. That's what I think is the greatest buzz in working with puppets and a live audience.
I think the festival really, really reaches out to people, brings a bit of colour into their lives, I hope. We try to programme really diverse puppet forms, and I think after the first year, the Tourist Information Centre said to me that people are beginning to realise that it's quality work that they're coming to see. One Polish director once told me that puppetry brings out the child within the adult and the adult within the child. And I want people to realise that puppetry is not just some kind of stereotyped preconception that they have in their minds.